The showcase of the best players in the NFL is coming up as we celebrate the latest edition of the Pro Bowl. The stars of the AFC and NFC are ready to shine. Next on EA Sports.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Coming up, it's the penultimate game of the NFL calendar, AFC versus NFC in the NFL Pro Bowl game between our visitors. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, it's the Pro Bowl. You never really know what to expect, so I guess I'll ask you, what do you expect?
Well, in recent years, it has turned into an absolute offensive explosion, hasn't it? Games in the 50s are not out of line. What you're hoping is that some of these great defenders have a chance to adjust and react and maybe narrow that down a little bit. But I will say, this game is tilted heavily towards the offense's advantage.
So here comes the AFC for their opening drive. And a glance here at the man calling the plays under center, their 6'4" quarterback.
I know he's not showing it on the outside, but inside, he's got to be celebrating because think about all the quarterbacking we saw in the AFC this year. 5 or 6 guys could have earned this honor. He got the nod, a real feather in his cap.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. There'll be a lot of chattering now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
A loss on that play, and now third down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Cobb. He's got a man. Complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Off the play fake. Cobb sliding out of the pocket. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. Touchdown! Travis Kelsey, 32 yards. And the AFC has taken the early lead. So the AFC, they won the Pro Bowl the last couple of seasons and off to another good start here.
Yeah, how about that? The first touchdown of this game. How many more do we expect to see?
Hopefully a lot. I want offense in this ball game.
I don't think there's any question about it. Rarely do you get defensive struggles in the Pro Bowl.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He threw a touchdown pass last time they had it. And he'll look to get him in the end zone again here as they start with a 1st down. Off play action. Cobb. And that one caught downfield by Boyd. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Heck of a start, a 30-yard pickup on their first play from scrimmage.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
A 1st down carry for Henry. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37, gain of 9.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Off the play fake. Cobb finds his man. It's Kelsey on the crossing route here. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. Those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The AFC with the football here to begin the second quarter. Second down and 3. To throw on second down. Cobb. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
On third down, Henry. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And a nice pickup there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Second and goal from inside the 5. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. Well, that play never really got off the launching pad. He had a linebacker in his face before he had a chance to do much of anything.
Yeah, I think his big boys up front, that offensive line, they've got to do a little bit better job of protecting him if they're going to continue to run the option like this.
They'll look to throw on third and goal. Trying to find his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
Takes over first and 10.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's got the lead here in the second quarter. He's thrown the touchdown, but also an interception. As a quarterback, does that interception, even though you're playing well, your team's got the lead, does that always stick in the back of your mind a little bit?
For the best ones, it just upsets them that they did that because they don't think there should be any blemishes on their record. They think that they're way better than that. So your confidence gets tested a little bit. Being able to go back out there, maybe throw another touchdown, that'll tamp that down in a big way.
Yeah, like I said, he's looked pretty good to this point.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Flushed out right. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Chase Young credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
Now, how about that play right there? Probably remember I told you about the home run hitter theory that someone told me years ago?
What's that?
Meaning a guy who hits home runs in the major leagues, go back and trace what he did all the way growing up, probably hit home runs at every level. That's just who he is. Well, this guy sacked people all during the regular season. Why wouldn't he do the same thing here at the Pro Bowl?
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Looking sharp so far.
And as we travel around the league, we see quarterbacks get it done in a variety of ways. But today's NFL does tell us one thing. If that guy doesn't play well, their team's not going to win. And right now, he's got his team in the lead.
And now they'll look to extend that lead. 70 yards rushing for him now in his first half of the Pro Bowl. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see it where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Cobb. Complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their second, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Cobb. Throw left side, complete to Chase. And he's going to have a first down here. They're also in a field goal range down at the 27-yard line. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Throwing on first down. Cobb. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into it because they were there to help break that pass up.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Preston Smith just creating a disaster there for the offense as that one goes 16 yards in the wrong direction. So we have hit halftime of the Pro Bowl with the AFC leading the NFC. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll move on now to check out the next-gen stats in that first half for our home team. And they've had some success on the ground. And with the lead going into the second half, they'll no doubt be looking to keep it going. Meanwhile, on the other side, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
The AFC offense now heading out for their first drive of the second half. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. That one good for 16 as the drive continues. That toss play right, we know it's one of the successful plays they have in their arsenal, and they showed you why there.
And remember, in order for it to be successful, because it's a little bit of a slower developing play, those blocks at the line of scrimmage have to be kept, have to be held, so that the runner can get to the corner and turn it upfield.
Yeah, a good physical run that time. He's going to wind up gaining 5 on that one. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run wide side with Henry. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
2 things to watch. First, his strength and being able to break out that initial contact. But at his size, once you slow his momentum, it's hard for him to get it started again and end up tackling him behind the line of scrimmage.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Off-play action. Cobb. Working the sideline here. Did he get the feet in? Yes, they say that he did. Nice job tapping both of them down. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Cobb. Another pass into the reliable hands of Kelsey. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This duo locked in. 14 yards there. And a first down.
Well, he does have 1 touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset he didn't cross the goal line for a 2nd time in this one.
Might want the ball here on the next play. Operating from the gun. Cobb. And that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Jamar Chase. A 5-yard touchdown. And the AFC is in for 6. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it's a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's played well. Good first half. He's continued that here in the 3rd quarter. But my question, when you're a head coach, what do you look at stat line-wise for your court? Do you go right to turnovers?
You really do.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Alexander Johnson. And a costly turnover there as the ball will be spotted 1st and goal at the 5-yard line. Such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably give them...
This now a much closer game. Can't afford any more mistakes like he had on the last drive. Throwing the interception led to a touchdown. Close ball game, 1st and 10. They begin with Henry. And he's got some space here. And they finally bring him down, but he reaches the 16. 146 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So you got the lead here in the 2nd half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here you really like it.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Cobb. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Henry up the middle. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal. Henry. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Well, it's apparent the defense understands the situation. They have to keep them out of the end zone here. That's a great start by them. A loss on that play. Can they force them into a field goal attempt and still give their offense an opportunity?
Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. From the gun on 3rd down. Cobb, and that is caught for an AFC touchdown. Jamar Chase with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the AFC is in for 6.
And that makes this a 2-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, 2 scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, it's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
The AFC offensive unit getting set to take over. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the 4th quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the AFC with the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line.
Henry again on 2nd down.
So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. This is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Back to throw. Cobb. And the open receiver, it's Robert Woods. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their 2nd, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down.
Here we go.
Henry will get it. He's been been busy today. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
So 1st and 2nd down went the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Again, it's Henry. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. They had quite a hole to dig out of there on 3rd and long. Not able to get the first, but a pretty good size run.
A really good run, but how much confidence do you have in your next play call that you can sell to the head coach? Let's go get it on 4th down. Do you really have a play you believe in, or are you just hopeful? And you got to sell it to the big man before it gets called.
They'll run for it with Henry. Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Derrick Henry denied here on 4th down. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, they knew who to turn to on 4th down. Their horse, they needed the short yardage. He just couldn't get it.
And that's the surprise, because normally that's bread and butter for them, right? Hand it to the big guy, let him go, pick up the 1st down. Didn't get it there. All credit to the defense. Usually, even if they know he's coming, he can't be stopped, and they got it done on that play.
The AFC offense making their way back out. And they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. So, Charles, final thoughts on this AFC victory?
Bottom line, nobody appeared to be seriously hurt. That's the first thing we look for in this game. Well played, a lot of fun, a lot of excitement. I think that everyone's going to go home pretty happy, especially the AFC since they won the game.